So, Chris, we've been talking about drones. How did you get into this?
So I got into the industry with a bit of luck. I graduated from NC State after using my GI Bill right here in North Carolina in the middle of COVID in 2020. I ended up going to a park and flying a drone around and met a guy in the park here in Raleigh. And he said, "Do you want to go to California and start making money doing this?" And I said, "Of course." So we got in this truck and drove all the way across the country. And I started working in the commercial drone industry for the wildfire mitigation program in California for the power companies. So since about 2016, all the power companies around California have been inspecting all the power lines across the entire state to prevent wildfires. So they've kind of been the basis of this large pool of talent and drone pilots to California. Um, that's how I got started. From there, I met other veterans in the industry. Um, of course, saw how to help myself from just getting into the industry and working outside and using a bunch of cool robots, driving off road. It's just you and one other person at most at any given time. And then I started, the next season came around to prepare for wildfires, and I started bringing other veterans out with me, including my brother, who's an Air Force veteran, some of the brothers I served with in the Marine Corps, guys I went to school with from the Army, and started bringing them to California with me. From there, Vets Drones was already being created. And then in 2022, I announced, hey, we have a full program. We're going to establish a nonprofit, become official, and start helping as many veterans as we can.
Okay, so you gave us a window into looking at the towers in California. What does a
Mhm.
job what does a job look like? What else might one do?
Yeah, there's a huge variety of opportunity in the drone industry. Starting on the power, which is called T&D, or transmission and distribution line inspection portion of the industry, is a great way to start. It's a lot of manual flights, so you have a lot of stick time, and you're out there collecting data manually. From there, you can go into autonomous flights, whether it's windmills, solar panels, doing orthomosaics or photogrammetric surveys with autonomous flights using drones. Oil and gas industry is huge as well. A lot of folks get into real estate, whether that's residential or commercial. Obviously, with cinematography, a drone is both a data collection machine and a marketing creation machine at the same time. If you can, I've used my drone for marketing and sales for other companies just in between contracts and projects. Telecom's massive. Cell towers all across the U.S. need to be mapped out. And then there's natural disaster response as well. So with the culmination of those skill sets, when it comes to transmission, power line inspections, telecom mapping, and then photogrammetric surveys, you put those three skills together, you can respond to a natural disaster area and help the recovery efforts pretty quickly.
Okay, so can a veteran make a living doing this?
Absolutely. So there's three different routes, really. Kind of broke them down into three. First is W-2. You can make between $25 and $65 an hour flying drones, right? Doing data collection with these huge robots you have to learn how to use. It's not bad. Most of the work is in California. There is some in the Southwest as well, but we have all of those hiring partners attached with us as a nonprofit to help you acquire these jobs. The other one's freelance. You have your own LLC, your own small business, and you're going around doing 1099 work for the telecom companies, the natural disaster response, and you're kind of bouncing around the industry, traveling constantly, and it's a blast, having a great time. And it picks up good cash from there. Natural disaster response, you can make from $600 to $1,500 a day just to be on call for that type of work. Then the third one is to start your own full-on business, which can also be a franchise. Shout out to one of our partners, Blue Nose Aerial Imaging. They're a veteran-owned franchise company out of Colorado. The owner, Tanner Harris, is a former F-16 pilot. Great group of guys over there, and they help you establish a full-on franchise for a drone service provider, or DSP. So that third option is a huge headache. It's a challenge, but I love every moment of what I do. So I always welcome folks to that challenge, but make sure you're ready for it if you want to start the full-on entrepreneurial journey.
So if I understand this right, I could be outside, I could be traveling around, my own boss potentially. If I did the math on the amount of money you were talking about, I could see my way to $100,000 a year. So that's possible.
Absolutely, yeah. I breached the six-figure mark during year two. So I started in 2020. By 2021, I was already in that range for a six-figure income by flying drones, by doing both the California projects for about 5 months out of the year, and then telecom in between, and then natural disaster response as well.
Okay, well, that's great to know. So again, tell the viewers, how can they learn more and apply?
Excellent. Yes, just go to vetsjones.org. You can find us on there. The sign up form is on in the menu above. If you sign up on there, you'll begin receiving our weekly emails that give you all the free resources available, details about our hiring partners, and up-to-date announcements to tell you what we're doing next.
All right, thanks, Chris. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Paul.